Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. And this week, I'm super excited. We are heading to Pioneer for the first time in a minute. Not only are we heading to Pioneer, but we're playing one of my all-time favorite budget archetypes, Mazes, Ends, Gates, and Pioneer. So let's talk about the deck and why we're playing it and the Pioneer format, jump into a Pioneer League, and see it in action. All right, so here is our Mazes, Ends, Gates deck for Pioneer, and oh my goodness, I'm really hyped about this one for three different reasons. You know what? Here's the three reasons I'm really excited about this deck, and then we'll talk about the deck. So number one is, we haven't played Pioneer in a while. Pioneer at one point was fighting Modern to be my favorite format in all of Magic, and then it kind of fizzled, but I think it's making a comeback. The metagame seems in a good place. It's getting more popular again, so I'm really hyped about just playing some Pioneer, checking out the format, getting back into it. If you want to see more Pioneer, definitely let me know in the comments, but I kind of feel like Pioneer might be, again, a format on the rise. So that's number one, checking out Pioneer. Number two is, I love gate decks. Like, every time we've played a gate deck in literally any format from standard back to modern, I've just had an absolute blast playing the deck. You draw tons of cards, you got all these weird, powerful gate payoffs. It's just a really sweet archetype, one of my favorite budget archetypes. So I'm excited to play the deck itself. Number three, and this might be the most important one, you can see the cost to this deck, $73 or 12 ticks on Magic Online. 12 ticks on Magic Online is a magic number. I did that video about how to almost free to play Magic Online a couple of weeks ago. And one of the easiest ways to play Magic Online for free once you get an account is there's these two free card rental programs. One of them will give you 5 tickets of cards. The other one will give you 7 tickets of cards. So if you add that together, you can get up to 12 tickets of cards at any one time for free without spending any money. That means that this deck, it's free. If you get into those 2 card rental programs, you can play this deck without spending any money. And Methdids actually 5-0'd a league with this deck. And that is the dream. If you can find a deck that's cheap enough that you don't have to spend any money to play it, and it's good enough to post a winning record in leagues, that is exactly how you can build a collection on Magic Online, spending $0. Because if you get a 3-2 or better in a league on Magic Online, you actually profit. You come out at least like $2 or $3 ahead. If you get a 5-0, you come up like $30 ahead. So that's how you can build a Magic Online collection and go infinite and have all the cards you want without spending any money at all. So that 12 ticket price is really huge, but I'm rambling on. Let's talk about this deck, jump into our league and see if Mazes and Gates is really a free on Magic Online deck that can actually compete in a format as powerful as Pioneer. So first off, we got to start with the lands. One of the reasons the deck is so cheap is we're playing a bunch of Guildgates, in part because it supports our Mazes End kill, and in part because it powers up all of our other payoffs. Downside is they come into play tap, so we can get off to some slow starts, but they power up so many things it's worth it. As far as Mazes End itself, in all honesty, it's kind of our backup plan in this deck. Most commonly, we're going to win in other ways. We're not like a turbo ramp deck that's just playing every single ramp spell to try to get to 10 gates as quickly as possible. Mazes End in our deck is more of a backup plan, but it's a really important backup plan. Mazes End gives us this weird inevitability. So if we can't win by beating down with our weird gate payoff creatures or whatever, Mazes End is just constantly ticking up towards killing our opponent. We get 6 gates, then 7 gates, then 8 gates. And in Pioneer, there's no Blood Moon, there's no Wasteland. It's hard to interact with lands. So this gives us a way where we're essentially guaranteed to win in an uncounterable way eventually if the game goes long. That is the value of Mazes End. As far as our most common win, Gatebreaker Ram, Gate Colossus, those are big payoffs and they are absurd. Gatebreaker Ram, this card blows my mind. So there's a cost. You got to overload your deck with gates, but in a deck that has a lot of gates, I would say this might be the most powerful 3-drop in the entire Pioneer format. I mean, it's a 3-mana 2/2, but it gets +1/+1 for each gate you control, and then as long as you have 2 or more gates, it has Vigilance and Trample. That means on turn 3, this is a 5/5 Vigilant Trample. Bigger than a Lovestruck Beast, and as big as a Lovestruck Beast, but also trampling. And then as the game goes along, it's very easy for this to be a 8/8, a 10/10 with Trample and Vigilance. It just closes out the game so quickly. Gate Colossus can be free if we get enough gates. It costs 8, but it gets 1 less to cast for each gate we control. It has a little evasion, and if it dies, we can put it back on top of our library from our graveyard by playing a gate. This is just another huge threat. It's often coming down on like turn 4 for 4 mana, for 3 mana, and just smashing our opponent's face. So we get these two absolutely massive creatures to close out the game. Then we have our ramped cards. And here, Aerial Grazer, kind of a love-hate relationship with Aerial Grazer. It is legitimately awesome in this deck on turn 1. Pioneer has a lot of aggro decks. Aerial Grazer actually a really good blocker, and it puts an extra land down the battlefield. The downside is, when it comes off the top on like turn 4 or turn 5, it's very, very sad. Gatecreeper Mine doesn't technically ramp us, but another blocker for the early game that tutors up a gate, can find one of our missing gates for the mazes, then kill, grow spiral, card draw, extra land on the battlefield. You know what that one does. Removal wise, one of the biggest reasons to play gates is Gates Ablaze. Gates Ablaze is an absurd card. The best comparison is probably Toxic Deluge, except it doesn't cost any life. Essentially on turn 3, it usually just sweeps away all the small creatures, but then since its damage scales to the number of gates we control, as the game goes along, it's essentially a hard wrath. Like on turn 7 or turn 8, it's just killing everything. So it is almost always just killing the entire battlefield for 3 mana. Against creature decks, it's just an absurd card. Mythos and Nethroi, just a catch-all one of. Then we have our card advantage. Guild Summit refills our hand, draws us extra cards. Each turn as gates come into play. Escape to the Wilds gives us extra lands and draws us 5 for 5. Expressive Iteration, early game card draw. One of the reasons I love playing this archetype so much is you just never run out of cards. So these really powerful burst card draw effects means we always just have a handful of cards, a handful of gates, a handful of payoffs and removal. So the card advantage is insane. As far as the sideboard, a bunch of removal, some targeted hate for graveyards and lands in storm style decks like the Lotus Field Twiddle Storm style deck. And that is Mazes and Gates. Free Mazes and Gates on Magic Online. If you're those rental programs, that's our budget Magic deck for this week. So let's jump into a Pioneer League, see some gates in action. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap-up. Need some new Kamigawa Neon Dynasty cards? Well, you can get them from our amazing sponsor, Card Kingdom, by heading over to cardkingdom.com/MTGGoldfish, and even get a free goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they'll hook you up. Budget Magic time. We are pioneering this week for the first time in a minute. So we're in this weird period. We've played a ton of Modern lately. We played some Legacy. Standard, Historic are waiting for Kamigawa to come out. So this felt like probably the perfect time to do some pioneering. And not only are we pioneering, we're pioneering with a super sweet deck. We're playing Pioneer Gates / Mazes End. Ooh, Sacred Foundry. All right, opponent's going aggro, burning us. This is going to be, oh, Toolcraft Exemplar. Okay. Well, Guildgate. Go. Can you beat it? And this deck's super cheap because your whole mana base, like, the mana base is the most expensive part of most decks. Being a gate deck, all of a sudden your mana base gets really cheap because, well, it's full of tapped common lands to support your Mazes End plan. So we're gonna see. I don't know. I'm in kind of a Pioneer mood. Pioneer is like really intriguing me. I think it's on the upswing. More people are playing it, at least on Magic Online. Modern is really expensive, which if you go back to when Pioneer was really thriving, it was when Modern was super expensive, and we're back to Modern being super expensive. So I feel like this might be Pioneer's time. I will say that I think we're gonna need to hit a sweeper in the not super distant future. Land. Go. So next turn we can grow Spiral. Card draw would be good. Removal would be good. We do get to gain 3 with Plaza of Harmony, which is something. Oh, sweeper would be so good. Magda. Oh, with the combo, gets to tap it, make a treasure, and Veteran Motorist. All right, we need to find the sweeper relatively quickly, or we're gonna die. Opponent goes combat, hits us. Sure, makes even more treasures. Yeah, I guess we block. I mean, it's gonna be blocking sooner or later. Mythos of Nethroi. I mean, that can kill something. So much damage. Is it even enough? Do we just have to grow Spiral for a sweeper? We might. Opponent's cry 2 to the bottom. Well, yeah, green, blue. I think we still need the sweeper. Grow Spiral. There's the sweeper. That's what we were looking for. Well, Guildgate, Gateway Plaza. So the only bad news here is our opponent can actually tutor something up. I don't know if their deck is, I mean, maybe it's tutoring things up. If our opponent has like some massive artifact or something, that might still just beat us. Well, interesting. We found the Gates Ablaze. That was step 1. So we can sweep away the board. Also got to watch out for Needle Spires. 4, 8, 12, 14. Golly. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I mean, our opponent also won the die roll, which is less, oh no, a bunch of card draw. Embercleave. Are we dead? I don't think so. Opponent goes attacking, hits us. No Embercleave. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3. Gates Ablaze. Sweep the board. Plaza of Harmony, go. Well, we're still gonna need more. About it on taps. Still going to need a little bit more. This Needle Spires is definitely a concern. I mean, it could potentially kill us. Opponent plays a land. The opponent has a lot of mana. If they can turn on Needle Spires and play some cheap spells with their treasures, opponent just made absurd mana with Magda. Like, if they can turn on Needle Spires and play some spells, we might just die. Yeah, they're going for it. There's the Needle Spires. Unfortunately, that dodges so much of our removal. Magda. And taps it for a treasure. 2 cards in hand. Oh, well, we gotta, even if we live, we gotta top deck. Opponent sacking treasures. Ether Sphere Harvester. Grows the Needle Spires, gets some energy, hits us, down to 2. Well, okay, and whiff. All right, lots of lands, not much action, unfortunately. Deafening Clarion in, that seems good. Yeah, we just didn't draw a Gatebreaker Ram card draw. We didn't draw any of that stuff. Awkward. None of the guild summits or Escape to the Wilds. Expressive or like we just drew lands. We'll bring in another sweeper. We can bring in the Braid. What's bad? Is there anything that's actively bad? And we can probably go down Gate Creeper Vines. Let's go up Abrupt Decay. Around like that. I feel like this should be a good matchup. We just needed some actual action this time. That was a problem last time. And our opponent won the die roll and they were aggro. Oh god. No card draw. I think we keep this. We got the sweeper. It's hard to put back the Gates Ablaze. However, still no card draw. Opponent taps. And tap land. Passes. All right, so we got Gates Ablaze for days. Can we draw some cards? Opponent, Battlefield Forge. Heart of Kirin. That's pretty good at dodging our sweepers. Well, go Gary Guildgate. Go. Opponent untaps. Yeah, this could be an issue. This is not super easy for us to kill. Opponent. Selfless Spirit. Thankfully, can't cure the Heart of Kirin. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Gatebreaker Ram. Guildgate, go. So I think we're kind of in race mode. I mean, we got a 7/7 Tremble Vigilance once we play another land, and we play Gate Colossus. Maybe we can just race, get the beatdown win. Opponent, Spring Leaf Drum. I guess it'll depend on how much removal our opponent has. If they can kill our stuff, it's going to get harder. Opponent. All right, board the Weatherlight. Gets a portable hole, actually not very good against us. Well, Simic Guildgate, go to combat, hit you for 7, and then Gate Colossus. Who's the aggro deck now? Mardu Vehicles. Wow, dead. Okay. Well, that was more. We didn't even need to cast our Gates Ablaze. Didn't even need. Well, I think we're bringing in more Abrupt Decays. Now that we see Heart of Kirin too, I think being able to kill the vehicles is gonna matter. What else can we cut though? That's the tricky part. Maybe like 1 escape. Oh, escape does seem good though. 1 escape and 1 expressive iteration. Oh, it physically hurts to cut card draw. Like it pains me. It really does. But I think we just need all the removal. Well, take the elk. All right. Well, no card draw, but we got a sweeper and an Abrupt Decay. So we're going to keep and trust that the card draw will come. Opponent, Tool Graphic Exemplar. Tap land, go. Would prefer our opponent not to go off with Magda again. That's what really got us last time. Heart of Kiran. Opponent, Tool Graphs. Hits us down to 17. Well, play Arboreal Grazer. Put a land into play. Play a Guildgate. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Gonna be close. Still gonna need some bigger payoffs or card draw or something. There's the Magda. So here comes treasures. Opponent, Tool Graphic Exemplar. Not going to crew. Hits us, makes a treasure. Oh, we might as well block. I mean, I think we're definitely sweeping this turn. Ooh, Gatebreaker Ram's not the worst. 1, 2, 3, but this time with red mana. 1, 2, 3. I guess we play the Guildgate too. Yeah, play the Guildgate. Gates Ablaze. Pass the turn. Next turn we can Gatebreaker Ram Abrupt Decay and see. Oh, we're like one more good spell away. About it. Veteran Motorist. That's actually pretty good for our opponent because it lets them crew the Heart of Kirin and pump it. All right. Gonna be close. Opponent scries 2 to the top. Uh-oh. All All right, Heart of Kieran. We take 5 down to 12. Ooh, Guild Summit. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Gatebreaker Ram. Plaza to gain some life. All right, so we got the 6/6. We can kill the Heart of Kieran. Next turn, we can hopefully refill our hand with the Guild Summit and a relatively high life total. This Abrupt Decay is big. Big. Not getting beaten down by this Heart of Kieran is good. What do you got, friend? All right, land. They probably left that on top, honestly. The Paula, sure. Cruise. Let's Abrupt Decay the Heart of Kieran. All right, take 0 this turn. Oh my god, another Gates Ablaze. Oh, I want to draw cards. But sweeping is probably more correct. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. The problem is this can potentially refuel for our opponent. Yeah, I think we gotta wait. So we're going to play the land, go to combat, attack. Yeah, we gotta sweep, I think. Hit ya. Opponent takes it. Sweep. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Staring down the biggest sheep in the multiverse. Tap land and treasure sacked and Gids. Sure. I don't know if Gids is enough. This Ram's just too good. So 1, 2, 3. Guild Summit. Do some land tapping. Draw some cards. Simic Guildgate. Go to combat. Yeah, I think we got to kill Gideon. Yeah, let's kill Gideon. Like, our opponent could chump block and stay alive anyway. We'd hit him to 2. So I think just getting Gideon out of there is worth it. Pass the turn, and I think we're good. Oh, budget Gates. Mazes, we're not Mazes ending, but still, about it. Showdown of the Scalds. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Hits a ton of action. Opponent's deck looks kind of cool. Man, maybe Pioneer is just like an awesome place. Maybe it is just a great format that we don't play for some reason. So Guildgate. Draw a card. We need one more gate. About it. Scoops it up. Oh, okay. I gotta say, why have we not been playing Pioneer? Why has it been so long? I mean, we're playing like Boros vehicles against Gates. And it's like good, clean, fair. Maybe Pioneer is where it's at. And we've just been missing it this whole time. Well, go Gates. Sweet. Budget magic time. We are, for the first time in a minute, pioneering this week with Budget Pioneer Maze's End. And I'm saying looks good. Card draw, Ram. Lots of tap lands. Hopefully we live long enough to play those things, but we'll see. Gilded Goose, honk. All right. Well, I mean, the Creeper, I guess, is fine. It's a body. I assume this is. All right, so it's definitely a cat oven deck. I think these decks, it's been a minute since I played Pioneer. I think these decks are mostly scarily, sadly, Bolas' Citadel decks. I don't know how we stop a Bolas' Citadel, honestly. I think it just beats us. Cauldron Familiar, Gilded Goose. Also cat, oh my god, annoying honk. Opponent heads us down to 17. Thankfully, there's only one Witch's Oven at the moment. Well, let's do some creeping. Opponent sacks the cat, gets back the cat, blah, blah, blah. And yeah. Well, we got a blocker now. That is good. We probably want an untap land, honestly. Let's take an untap land. Play the tap land past the turn. There might be an argument to just running out the Gatebreaker Ram there, honestly. Wow, all right, Fatal Push. Well, I'm glad we did not run out the Gatebreaker Ram there, honestly, or would have gotten absolutely wrecked. Oh, please no Citadel. Please no. Oh, they got Citadel. Well, that's gate. Corvault. Okay, that's also game. That's also game. Jeez. Well, that is a very impressive start for our opponent. I do not think we can beat this. Guildgate. Okay, well, 1, 2, and 3. Boom, Guild Summit. Yeah, that Corvault is a huge problem. I don't even know. We need double. Yeah, we're just dead. Guild Summit. Opponent gonna do their cat stuff. Sure. Grows the Corvault. Busterino. Sure. If they did not have a Corvault, I think we were in this game, but unfortunately our opponent, they did. 8, 9. Yeah, there's no world in which we win from here, so we're going to scoop it up. Yeah, double mana dorks, lose the die roll, no sweeper. Not great. Rest in peace, Sin. The bad news is, Corvold is just like unkillable for us, isn't it? Abrupt Decay, no. Fry, no. Abrade, no. I mean, Abrade, I guess, is fine. We should probably bring it in because it kills Mayhem Devil. So I guess we're on the... draw one Mythos of Nethroid plan. Ooh, we could bring in Abrupt Decay. Do we want Abrupt Decay? Like, is it a realistic plan to try to fight the Witch's Ovens? I don't actually know that it is. I'm leaning towards no. All right, well, let's try it like that. Oh, well, Corvold. That's a clock. That is a clock. Well, we get to play first, thankfully. The sad thing is I like that hand. It was just, our opponent's hand was so fast. All right, we'll keep this. We got our Mesas on this time. And Escape. Well, Guildgate. Boom. Go. About it. Untaps, Pathway, and Witch's Oven. Well, we will play a Abriel Graza. Put a land into play, and put a Maze's End into play. Pass the turn. All right, we're off to a much faster start. This Escape to the Wilds could be really helpful. We can blow up the Witch's Oven if we need to. Well, all right. If our opponent has two of them, it's a little less good. Opponent plays a tap land, passes. So if we Plaza of Harmony, we Maze's End, but then we can't escape next turn, I think we just got to play a Guildgate here. Yeah, I think we're waiting on the Maze's End. We're going to wait, leave up a Braid. Next turn, we can escape to the Wilds. Opponent, Mayhem Devil. Well, that is going to have to die. So Braid the Mayhem Devil, untap. Well, here we go. Plaza Harmony, gain some life. Escape to draw some cards. Ooh, Guild Summit's nice. Guildgate and go. All right. Not dead yet. In this game, things are going to be different too, because we actually got to go first in ramp. So we're not even that worried about our opponent playing Corvold. At least not extremely worried, because we can actually kill it. Is it Guildgate? Well, Plaza of Harmony. Gain some life. Guild Summit. Take a damage. Tap our gates. Yeah, let's just tap them all. Tap them all, draw 4. Ew. Okay. Well, we did not hit much, but that's all right. I mean, I assume our opponent's going to blow up this Guild Summit. Deadly Dispute, Sacks of Witch's Oven. Yeah, now we just have a handful of lands. Okay, Corvold returns. Don't actually have an answer for that at the moment. Sacks a land. Opponent passes. Oh, Mythos and Nethroid, that is a huge draw. Guildgate, draw a card. I'm honestly surprised our opponent is not fighting that. Maze's End. Actually, do we want a Maze's End now? Maybe we just pass again. All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Gatebreaker Ram. Gotta get the clock going. Pass the turn. So we can blow up the Corvold. Opponent. Mayhem Devil. Yeah, I think that means we gotta just kill Corvold. Take the 1. I'm shocked that our opponent is not blowing up this Guild Summit. Opponent sacks it. Corvold's really strong, isn't it? He even draws a card for sacking itself. All right, opponent gets a Mayhem Devil. Maybe our opponent figures we just have so many cards in hand, it doesn't matter. Still kind of a crazy theory. Trail of Crumbs. Sure. Opponent passes. Guildgate, draw a card. Go to combat. Smack you with the ram. Opponent goes to 12. Do we need to kill the Mayhem Devil? We're at 24. How bad could it be? They can sack food. Yeah, I think we do. But we're going to lose our ram. You know what? On second thought, let's get Jingatha. Pass the turn. Discard a Guildgate. Opponent untaps. I mean, we're at 24. I don't think they can kill us. And if we cast a Gaze to Blaze, this Mayhem Devil does get to kill our Gatebreaker Ram. And the Gatebreaker Ram is actually a pretty fast clock. Okay, there's the Cauldron Familiar. So opponent can do all sorts of annoying shenanigans. Better not be another Mayhem Devil. That would, oh dear. Did they really draw 3 Mayhem Devils? Oh my God. Okay, well, so opponent drew many Mayhem Devils. Now we might actually be dead. Opponent sacks Cauldron Familiar. Pings us. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is a lot of damage. Oh, it is not ideal that our opponent had, so many Mayhem Devils at the top of their deck. Pings us. Necromentia. Are they naming Gates Ablaze? That would be a problem. Oh my God. Oh no. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, now I think we're like super dead. Oh, that is incredibly brutal. Opponent passes. Well, 1, 2, and 3. Maze's End. Get a Gateway Plaza. Pay the 1, but I don't even know what we're drawing into now. More Guildgates is not the answer. Untap. Gate Colossus. I mean, it's big and it's free, but I don't know if we keep living. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're a long way away from, well, 7. Grow Spiral. Take 1. Yeah, Necromentia is going to beat us. We needed this sweep. And they get to gain life from Cauldron Familiar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're not close enough to being able to Maze's End. Oh, there were times when this would have been so good, but this is not it. Well, there's the rest in peace. Oh, if we had found it earlier, opponent going to sack and do all the cat stuff. Pings us. Cat gains life. Graveyard's gone, but I'll attack you. I think we're just dead though, right? Hit ya. Gate Colossus. Jengatha. Oh, go. But I think we just get comboed because this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It was just infinite. Well, interesting. I wonder if that was a mistake. Like, I don't know. Should we have cast, yeah, we're just literally dead. Should we have cast Gates Ablaze to play around sideboard Necromentia? I mean, with the benefit of hindsight, had we done that and killed the 2 Mayhem Devils, even if we lost the Gatebreaker Ram, it would have been worth it. But at the same time, like, how do you expect your opponent to have 3 Mayhem Devils in their top 15 cards and expect Necromentia? But that was disappointing. Oh, I thought we were going to get it. On to the next. Budget Magic time. More Pioneer Maze's End action. And, ooh, all right. I mean, we'll keep this. Gonna need to hit green mana, but our deck has a lot of green mana, so hopefully we find it. If we get green mana for these Grow Spirals, this hand seems pretty good. Inspiring Vantage. Favored Hoplite. Oh dear. Is it Guildgate? Go. Well, maybe we should not have kept the no green mana hand against aggro. Yeah, super scared now. Favorite Hoplite gets big really quick, and until we hit other colors of mana, we cannot stop it. Opponent gets and hits us. Oh my goodness, another, my god, okay. Well, dead. Not another is it, come on, Gate Gods. Another is it Guildgate is kind of the worst. The worst gate we could draw in our entire deck. What are the odds? All right, well, I will take the blame for not mulliganing this hand. Can't cast that. Well, get Jengatha, I guess. Plaza of Harmony. About it. Defiant Strike. Untaps. And plains. And Luris. Opponent. Use attacking. We draw a Guildgate. Okay, so that is black mana at least. Still not green mana. I mean, I think this means we just Gate Colossus. Can you beat an 8/8 opponent? It's a big one. Still need the green mana though. Opponent. Are you prepared for the Gate Colossi? So opponent can't be playing Feather because they're a Luris deck. I mean, I think if our opponent attacks, we probably block. Yeah, I mean, sure. If you can pump it all the way big enough to kill it, then good on ya, I guess. Reckless Rage. All right, so that allows our opponent's dork to live. Opponent, land. Luris of the Dream Den. Still no green mana. Jengatha, go. Yeah, definitely regretting keeping this hand past the turn. Opponent untaps. Gird for battle, grows the dorks. Yeah, I think we're dead now, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, we learned a lesson. Do not trust that the deck is going to provide green mana because it may or may not happen. Opponent hits us for a few million, down to 9. Green mana, unfortunately, super late to the party. Well, play the Guildgate, get back Gate Colossus, play Grow Spiral, draw the Gate Colossus, Mythos, the Luris. Oh, actually, Gate Colossus, Gate Creeper. Still not convinced that we're not already dead. Our mana was just so clunky. It took us way too long to get our mana going. Yeah, pass the turn. Well, we'll see. Are we dead? Opponent untaps. So what we're hoping is that we can chump with the Gate Creeper and then block with Gate Colossus. If our opponent has removal, that gets harder. Wow, fires up 10 of the Bugbear. All right. Opponent. I mean, I guess if our opponent can give trample, that is also pretty bad. Opponent with a big attack. Well, we block and block. Do you have trample? Okay, we dropped to 5, but we're not dead yet. All right, how can we get out of this? I mean, killing this would be great. I'm worried about our opponent having protection. Well, play Gatebreaker Ram. Get another blocker. Play Simic Guildgate. Pass the turn. Yeah, we got to stay on defense. Oh my goodness, this is a fragile, fragile state. Our opponent, you've probably noticed, has left up a single white mana this entire game, which makes me think they have a protection spell for this favorite Hoplite, which is an issue. Opponent, no attacks, okay. Well, we will Growth Spiral, put a land into play. Mythos of Nethroi, I mean, we're gonna go for it. Do you have protection? Yes. All right, so there's a protection spell. Scries to the bottom. Well, we untap. Gate Creeper. Red, green, whatever. Escape. How much is Gate Colossus? 2. All right, so play Gruul Guildgate. Play Plaza of Harmony. Gain some life. Gate Colossus for 1 mana. Gate Creeper Vine. Grab a Guildgate. Let's go Rakdos. Oh, do we want to attack? Can we afford to attack? Yeah, let's wait a turn, pass the turn. The good news is double Gate Colossus is a good blocker against his favorite Hoplite. Like, if our opponent attacks, we're going to throw both of them in front and see what happens. Opponent passes. Okay. That's good. Blue, colorless. Guild Summit. Draw a few cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Many guild summits. I don't think we want to cast the Gates Ablaze. I think what we do is play the Guild Gate, draw a card. You know what? We're going to attack with this Gatebreaker Ram, I think. Go attacking. I mean, if our opponent has shenanigans, at least we're getting cards out of our opponent's hand. Opponent, Defiant Strike for the Hoplite. Hey, bear. No. Bearby, you can't chew on that cord. That'll hurt you. Kill the token. Bearby, don't chew on the power cords. Excuse me. Bear trying to chew a power cord. Not wise. Not the wisest puppy. Bearby. Hey, here, I got a treat for you. You want a treat? There you go. Good boy. And we will pass the turn. I mean, are we stabilizing? Is it possible? The colorlessness of these Gate Colossi seem big. Because it means our opponent can't, okay, favorite Hoplite, opponent's just running it all out. It means our opponent can't just win with a protection spell. We draw a Guild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not that far away. Hey, bear. My goodness. Puppy really wants to eat that power cord. So let's see. Play a Guildgate. We're actually not that far away from winning with Maze's End, which is kind of funny. Golgari Guildgate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Red, green, whatever. And opponent scoops it up. Oh my goodness. We kept the no green mana hand and we got there. I thought we had done ourselves in by keeping a hand that just didn't let us cast his spell while our opponent beat us down for so long. But in the end, it actually, it worked. It worked. Sweet. So we want more cheap removal. Like Rending Valleys, Abrupt Decays. Maybe something like that. Go down some Gate Creepers. Go down the Mythos of Nethroi. All right, run it like that. I mean, it worked. That worked. I honestly cannot believe we stabilized that game. I mean, that is one of the upsides of Gates is eventually you do just kind of go over the top of what your opponent's doing. But opponent got off to a pretty fast, We learned our lesson. Well, our lesson was don't keep hands with no green mana. We do have green mana, but I don't think we can keep the one lander in this deck. Well, go Gate Colossi. Okay, this is as slow as a hand can possibly be. Sacred Foundry. Monastery Swiftspear. Opponent hits us. All right, more Guildgates. Well, Guildgate, go. Yeah, well, we'll see. Sweeper would be nice. Opponent. More Hasty Dorks. Hits us for 3. Escape to the Wilds. A little bit slow. Opponent. Land and hits us down to 13. and Adanto Vanguard. Well, Golgari Guildgate. Next turn, we get to play Gatebreaker Ram. That's something. Are we still alive next turn? No guarantee. Wow. Yeah, this is tough. When the opponent curves out and you don't do anything for several turns, that is asking a lot. Opponent gets and hits us. Oh, here comes the spells. Maybe. Titan Strength. Oh, are we dead? Well, this is more of what I was afraid of. Opponent, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, we're dead to we're just dead, actually. We're dead to any spell immediately. All right. Yeah, sure. Well, good news is we're going to be on the play for game number 3. Maybe we bring in this Deafening Clarion too. The hard part is our opponent has a lot of stuff that gets around damage-based removal. Gates Ablaze can just be big enough that it can fight through some of it, but maybe we got to go down like an Escape to the Wilds. All right. Let's go like that. Like, Rending Volley seems good, but then our opponent has, like, the damage prevention stuff. Yeah, it's tough. Well, we get to play first. Hopefully, we get a little faster of a hand. Honestly, the card I think we want most is Arboreal Grazer. Somehow, our 28 land deck is doing a really good job of giving us 1-landers. All right, well, this we keep. We will put a Growth Spiral to the bottom, and, well, we'll see. If we get a window, the Gates Ablaze could be good. Opponent, Soul Scar Mage. Well, tap land, go. So we're kind of hoping our opponent just like taps out for the hasty 2-drop and then we can sweep. That would be helpful. All right, okay. All right, here they come. We take 3, but we get to play a forest and Gates Ablaze. Pass the turn. Well, come on, lands. Come on, lands. That was step 1. Stop the early rush. Opponent, Swift Spear. So it's still coming. And a Hoplite. All right. Opponent's got all the dorks. Goes attacking. Well, play the Guildgate. That's pretty good. Blue mana is helpful. Gatebreaker Ram. A 5/5's kind of big. Pass the turn. Opponent. Are we stabilizing? Untaps. 5/5 is big enough that Reckless Rage can't kill it, which I like. Another Swift Spear. Opponent. Attacks with everything. I mean, we got to block something. Block a Swift Spear. Opponent has God's Willing for protection. All right. Do they also have a way to kill the Gatebreaker? That would be bad. Okay, so opponent has, wow, we need to hit a sweeper. We need to hit the sweeper. Opponent has dumped their hand. We're at 12. We draw Guildgate, Expressive Iteration. Oh, not a helpful pile. Maze's End in hand. That's not good. That is exactly what we needed to not see. A pile of 3 lands and no removal. Oh, no, opponent. Where's our sweepers? Goes attacking. Down to 9. Gonna get, I assume, Luris. Yup. Well, Escape to the Wilds. We could just be dead. Play a land. Playing a land, still no sweeper, pass the turn. Not looking good, not looking good. Because our opponent now gets to Luris and maybe recast something. Or they just draw a 10th District Legionnaire. And Adanto Vanguard. Opponent hits us for $1 billion. Yeah, down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Gatebreaker Ram. 1, 2, 3. Gatebreaker Ram. Kill 10th District Legionnaire. Guildgate. Go. I'm not sure we survive. We're dead to our opponent drawing a spell. That's what makes us die right now, opponent. We really needed to hit 1 more Gates Ablaze. Luris, okay. And Soul Scar Mage, interesting. Opponent, gonna pass, I assume. All right, Gates Ablaze, Guildgate. 1, 2, 3. Play Guild Summit. I think we gotta just draw. We gotta draw an amount that lets us potentially hit a Gates Ablaze, because that's the card that can win us this game. 1, 2, 3. Guild Summit. Tap 2. Oh, come on, Gates Ablaze. No. Guildgate. Draw 1. Gates Ablaze. Abrupt Decay. Now we will play Arboreal Grazer. Put a land into play. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks with Luris. Interesting. Pass the turn. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculously close. Opponent untaps. Opponent. Oh my goodness, scoops it up, can't find it. Oh my god, we got there. Oh my god, we got there. Oh my god, we got there. I can't believe we got back in that. These aggro matchups are scary because the gate deck, it gets off to some really slow starts, but then once it gets going, like, it just gets overwhelming really quickly. Oh, all right, well, sweet. I cannot believe we won that, but we'll take it. Not gonna complain, Get them gates. Well, sweet. Budget magic time. Doing some more pioneering with some mazes and gates shenanigans, and this is going to be interesting. I mean, this hand's not bad. Looks like we're up against aggro again. All right, gonna need to hit a sweeper. Well, Simic Guildgate, go. So I think we're gonna Growth Spiral, Forest Growth Spiral, put a Guildgate into play. I think we gotta hit the sweep. Oh, definitely gotta hit a sweeper. Soul Scar Mage, opponent going to hit. Boy, if we can hit a sweeper, we're in business. Well, Forest, go. Thankfully, our opponent's on one land at the moment, so we might have a little bit of time. Plaza Harmony can gain us life. Play with fire. Well, sure. Come on, sweeper. If we can kill these soul scars, we're suddenly... Oh, and they drew the land too? Oh, geez. All right. Well, things are getting worse. Opponent drawing that land's real bad news. That is not a sweeper. Well, Guildgate. Yeah, we're looking a little dead. Opponent hits us for 6. Sweeper. Oh my god, it is. All right. That changes things. 1, 2... Actually, we should probably just play a... Let's just play a gate. Up our gate count. Gates ablaze. Kill the dorks. Well, we'll see. Plaza of Harmony can gain 3. We are out of interaction for the moment. Eidolon. Yeah, that's bad news. 1, 2, 3. Gatebreaker Ram. Down to 6. But Plaza of Harmony back up to 9. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be super close. Opponent untaps. I mean, Gatebreaker is good. Can we even afford to Guild Summit? Wow, this is so close. Going to combat. I mean, if they attack, we'll block. Opponent passes. Another Guild Summit. I want to play this Guild Summit, but it's so risky. I think we're going to keep waiting. All right, play Gateway Plaza. Grow the Ram. Go to combat. Attack you. Opponent blocks. Okay. Well, in that case, Guild Summit, draw a card. Huh, was not expecting the chump block. Pass the turn. Please don't burn us out. Opponent. Lightning strikes us. Down to 6. Play with fires us to 4. Scrying on the upkeep. All right, we really need to hit more life gain. If we can hit one more Plaza of Harmony, that would be big. Or an extra land drop. If we can double gate, we have lethal this turn. Wow, this is so close. Gate Creeper. Okay. Blue, red. Oh, be good. Be a good expressive iteration. Oh my god. Wait, does this work? Okay, I think this works. All right. Growth Spiral hand. Gates Ablaze bottom, Gatekeeper top, or exile. So we get to play Gate Creeper, and then Growth Spiral gives us an extra land drop. Wild Slash, sure. Oh, now our opponents, didn't they just kill themselves? They didn't know they were dead there, did they? Until they actually spent the life on that wild. Well, I mean, we'll take it. They were dead, because we can gate, and then this tutors up a gate, then Growth Spiral, 8 power, hit you with a ram. I will say, this deck has done a lot better job winning games against aggro, even being on the draw, than I expected. I really thought that we would just get run over by aggro a lot of times, but it hasn't worked out that way. We've played a few different aggro decks now, and somehow we managed to stabilize. I mean, I guess the upside is, once our deck does its thing, our thing is really big. Gatebreaker Ram, I say this every time we play it. From standard back to modern to now pioneer to historic. Every time we play Gatebreaker Ram, I'm just like, wow, the gates are like really strong. And then we got Gate Colossus too, but they always impress me. I'm always surprised at just like how good they actually are. But no one plays gates. No one plays gates for some reason. Are we going down another Gate Creeper or another Abrupt Decay maybe? You know what? Let's go down one Escape to the Wilds. Let's try it like that. Escape's a little bit slow. And Gate Creeper, we saw it there. Like, being able to tutor up a land was actually kind of important that game. All right, can we do it again? Again, burn. Again, our opponent being on the play. Our gate's fast enough again. Oh, this hand's so slow. Tap land, gain 3, Guild Summit. Are we just like dead by the time? I think we gotta mulligan that. All right, well, this will keep. We will put, I guess, Maze's End to the bottom for now. All right, I mean, this is not actually much better, but the Growth Spiral helps a bit. Guildgate, go. I mean, the risk of the gate archetype is you do play a lot of tap land, Swift Spear, Sacred Foundry. Well, you're okay, Lava Runner. Next turn is probably going to hurt. More Guild Summits. Well, is it Guildgate? Go. Gotta hit the sweeper and we gotta hit it soon. Play with fire on the upkeep to do some scrying and grow the dorks. And mountain. Opponent hits us. Down to 11. Sweeper? No. Creeper. Similar, not exactly the same though. Let's Growth Spiral. I mean, I guess we could hit another untap land and be able to play. Odds are not high, but it could happen. Growth Spiral. Gate Colossus, Well, put a Guildgate into play. Plaza of Harmony. Go. All right. Nothing, please. All right. Wizard's Lightning. That's not nothing. And Boros Charm. I think that means we're probably dead. Opponent casting it in response is the weirdest flex ever. Yeah, that looks like lethal. Well, good news for us is we're going to be on the play finally for game number 3. And I think that's a pretty big deal. One day we're going to have a Abriel Grazer draw. And Abriel Grazer is like kind of insane against our opponent's deck. It's so good. It like blocks for days and it ramps us. Plus we could hit a Gates of Blaze would have been so good. I think that's really that's the key card in this matchup. Like if we can sweep with Gates Ablaze, that buys us a ton of time. Jagatha, sure. Ooh, okay. This we keep. This is about all we can ask for. I mean, we have the sweeper. We have our buddy Abriel Grazer over here. Got a bit of card draw. If our opponent has to spend burn spells on killing Grazer, that's a huge win for, and a Great Breaker Ram. That's even better. All right, Abriel Grazer. Put a Guildgate into play. Put a Guildgate into play past the turn. That's the start we were hoping for. Opponent. Soul Monastery Swift Spear. Goes attacking. Well, soak up a little bit of damage. Untap. Another Gates Ablaze. So this is going to be a 5/5. Yeah, let's just play Gatebreaker Ram. Gain some life. Pass the turn, back up to 22, and now a 5/5. Opponent, play with fire. Gonna hit our face, scrying for a land to the bottom. Opponent, passes, okay. That's huge. I think we just Gates Ablaze. And opponent scoops it up. Oh, got him. Gates Ablaze, sweep the board. The problem with not sweeping is the Soulscar Mage can shrink our Gatebreaker Ram. So getting rid of it's kind of huge. Because like that play with fire, hitting our Gatebreaker Ram, if our opponent makes it small enough, then they can actually trade with it. And it's also not much of a clock. So I think that was the right choice. And then, we're going to hit, yeah, that was pretty over. That was pretty over. Well, opponent couldn't find the land, but honestly, that was just the draw we wanted. Like Abriel Grazer, multiple sweepers, tons of card draw, some life gain, a threat. That is when Gates looks so good. Yeah, all right, sweet. Budget magic time. We are pioneering for the first time in a minute this week with some pioneer Guildgate action, of course. And we got Gates. Could use some card draw. That would be the best, I think. But the sweeper's hopefully good. We will see. Well, tap land. Go. No companion. Rakdos, Could be a sack deck, maybe. Abriel Grazer. Put a land into play. Put a land into play. Go. Well, yeah, all we want is a way to draw cards and refuel now. That is about it. Thoughtseize. I mean, I assume it's either Gates Ablaze or Growth Spiral. Kind of want to keep the Growth Spiral because I want to... Wow. Okay. That's acceptable. Sure. Boros Guildgate and go. Ha! Afraid of the Gate Creeper Vine. That was a card that I thought was least scary. Fatal Push for our opponent. Well, if we can hit some card draw here, put a gate into play, untap. Yeah, I think we cast this, don't we? All right, 1, 2, Growth Spiral. Growth Spiral. Well, this is when you don't want to hit the Grazer. The Grazer giveth and the Grazer taketh away. Good on turn 1. not nearly as good on turn 4 off the top. Opponent, Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Well, the question is, do we hit card draw? We're not in danger of dying quickly, but we're also... I guess it's Jingatha time. Probably should have done this last turn, I guess, shouldn't we have? Get Jingatha, play the Guildgate. Yeah, I think that would have been... I always forget about the companion. It's not very good in the deck, but it is a body. All right, opponent's hitting their lands. There's Crushy Crusherton. Ooh, oh, that's good. 1 mana, 8/8. Jingatha. And go. All right, well, now our opponent's gotta find a way to deal with what we got. We haven't found card draw, but we got some big bodies. Dreadbore's the Gate Colossus. Sure. And Dreadbore Tribal. All right. Opponent does a bunch of killing. Well, we would still like to hit card draw down to 14. Gatebreaker Ram. And when do we Gates Ablaze? They do have this Hive of the Eye Tyrant, which is kind of an issue because it can... I mean, how many Dreadbores can they possibly have? Seriously now. Seriously. Opponent untaps. We would like to get more value than just killing a Bone Crusher, but this does open us up to taking damage if they can kill our Gatebreaker Ram or getting Thought Seized. The graveyard heat on this Hive of the Eye Tyrant's kind of actually a thing. Could hit our Gate Colossus. Jeez, all right. Well, holy removal. Opponent gets in. It's us down to 10. We draw. Gates Ablaze. Well, in that case, we're going to Gates Ablaze. I mean, play the Grazer. Oh, that's why I hate Grazer. Oh my God. Where's our card? Opponent has an insane amount of removal. And wow. Okay. Opponent has a literally absurd amount of removal, and we cannot hit card draw. Opponent. Any of our card draw spells should just kind of win us the game. Bloodthirsty Adversary. Going to kick it for a Thought Seize. All right, well, this is it. Either we draw something this turn or our opponent's endless removal is going to just be enough to get there. Opponent gets in, hits us. We draw a Guildgate. Gate Colossus doesn't actually do it here. We're dead on board if we get it back. I mean, I think we're just dead. Hive of the Eye Tyrant, go to 1. Well, that was interesting. Huh. So opponents, I don't even know what opponent is. Rakdos Control? Ugh. I mean, the real issue there is we just didn't hit card draw. That was 100% the issue. Like, the game playing out that way is fine. Not even bad for us. What was bad for us is the game playing out that way and us never hitting a Guild Summit Escape to the Wilds Expressive iteration, some way to refill our hand. We just could not find it. Well, I guess we'll go up a little bit more removal and just run it like that. All right. Can we hit a card draw spell this game? I mean, that is the risk of the deck. It really needs to hit the card draw spell because we are playing 28 lands, which is a incredibly high number. So if we just never hit card draw, we run a risk of exactly what we saw happen that game happening, where we just take in draw land, draw land, draw land, draw land. It's those burst card draw spells, draw 5, draw 6, draw 7. Those are the spells that really make the deck work, I think. Well, we'll see what our opponent has. Still think Growth Spiral is the best card. Interesting. Takes a ram. I mean, we just saw our opponent has like almost infinite removal spells. So I'm not 100% sure whether they're scared of Gatebreaker Ram. I see. So opponent has Duress as well. So our opponent figures, well, I'm just going to take everything. Well, we will play a Guildgate and pass the turn. Well, let's see if we can do it this time. Can we draw a card draw spell? We can keep drawing Gates Ablaze. We have learned that. That much is clear. Opponent. Another land, and oh boy. I think we're in trouble. Gateway Plaza, pay the 1. Yeah, Planeswalkers might be a weakness. Like, what do we, like, if our opponent kills our Gate Colossus, these Gates Ablazes can't kill a Chandra. What a blowout. Opponent takes up 4 mana. Yeah, we don't have a way to get rid of this. Opponent has a Dreadbore. Go blank. Oh, that gets our grave. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, well, we draw Plaza Harmony. Well, it looks like we died to a Chandra emblem. Oh, where's the card draw? About it, digs it up. Oh, Bosses. Hand emptied. Blood Tithe Harvester. Sure, Gates Ablaze number 3. But none of this matters because there's about to be a Chandra emblem. Well, that's unfortunate. So I guess our opponent's just playing like Rakdos Control. All right, sure. Chandra into Chandra. Chandra's emblem is not beatable. Unless you're about to literally win the game like that turn, Chandra's emblem is not a beatable effect. Oh, that is the perfect, literally the perfect ending to this league. Abriel Grazer off the top, no card draw to be seen, and we will scoop it up. I mean, we get a treasure chest, which is not bad. Yeah, we were just gonna draw. Yep. Well, would have hit card draw several to many turns from now. Well, that was interesting. I don't know if that's a bad matchup for our deck or if that was just unfortunate, but well, let's crack our treasure chest and we can talk about it in the wrap up. Chest 101, Perforos Bronze Blooded. Sweet, but I don't know if it's worth that much. I don't think it's worth anything, honestly. But we can check. Perforos Bronze Blooded. 3 bennies on Magic Online. Yeah, all right. Well, we got some play points at least. Well, that is Pioneer Gates. Pioneer seems fun, but we'll talk about it in the wrap up. Be right back. So what do we learn this week about mazes, ends, gates, and Pioneer, and about Pioneer and where it's at itself? So the deck itself, oh boy, it was as much fun as I remembered. We ended up going 3-2 in our league, which, you know, is not the 5-0 dream, but that's profitable. If you put this deck together for free and you consistently go 3-2, you will eventually end up with a huge Magic Online collection without spending any money. So we will definitely take a 3-2 with a deck that can be free on Magic Online. More importantly, the deck is just so much fun to play. You draw so many cards, you do so many like just big, splashy, powerful things. One of the things I was a little worried about is Pioneer has a decent amount of powerful aggro decks, and I was a little worried that with all these tap lands, aggro might be a tough matchup, but it actually didn't work out that way. We played aggro 3 times in our league, and we beat it every single time. The decks that we lost to, actually, were the Jund Sacrifice deck, where our opponent just core vaulted us, and then this Rakdos Control deck, where our opponent had just an insane amount of removal, and we just couldn't hit any of our card draw spells in either game in that match, so we couldn't really refuel and fight through the removal. But really, the deck is super fun, and it's super competitive. As far as Pioneer seems kind of awesome. We played 5 different decks in our league. All of them seemed pretty reasonable and fun. It was like good, clean Magic, attacking and spells. There were no crazy combos. We didn't get any ridiculous, snowballs or anything. It feels like the format might be in a really good place. So I don't know. I'm kind of feeling Pioneer at the moment, but let me know what you think. Do you want to see more Pioneer? Am I crazy to think that the format might actually be in a good place right now? Let me know about that in the comments. But anyway, that's Mazes, Ends, Gates. If you're looking for a deck that you can get for free on Magic Online with those Reno programs and compete with and have a ton of fun with, I think this is like maybe the best option in Pioneer for a budget deck. So that's been our budget magic for this week. Mazes, Ends, Gates. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.